What is up, folks? Briston Gaming back with another episode of Valheim Mods Weekly, the show where we help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you can see here, we have an easy little week ahead of us. There's not a whole heck of a lot we're going to cover, but there are some pretty fun stuff. But before we jump into anything, I want to take a second to say thank you to everybody who has liked or subscribed on the content, and also to thank you to the mod authors, because you guys have done a good job with a lot of this stuff. Like, I really like seeing mod authors keep stuff like this up to date. I know Valheim had like a super high intake at the start and stuff has kind of fallen off, but you guys that keep this stuff going, you guys are the real heroes. But now we're going to go ahead and jump in our first mod. And our first mod, as you can see here, is called Equip Multiple Utility Items by Aiden Thorn. It's not a crazy, insane mod, but it does help out. So if you've got the Mjolnir here, you can equip it. And then, like, say you have a Wishbone or a Derviger Circlet, you can equip it too. That's the reason why I like this, is because most of the time you have to pick, do you want to use the belt, do you want to use the light helmet, or do you want to use the wishbone? Well, with this, you can equip all three. It really helps out, especially, if you're one of those guys like me who loves to do a lot of exploring and stuff. The game can get pretty dark. So, you equip all three of them, you can run around, you can loot a whole bunch of stuff, you can do pretty much anything you want. Like, it really, really helps out the exploration and stuff like that. It really lets you do a lot more with the items that are in the game without having that same, hand-tied restriction of you can only use one or the other. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next mod. Alright, folks, so here we are with the next mod, and it is called Name Your Ship by Fixing Deer, and it's a small mod. Now, it does not going to change your gameplay a whole heck of a bunch, unless, you're like me and my friends, where we each kind of have our own little boat when we're out doing stuff. So you come here, and right in front of the stupid stuff, gotta jump into the boat. If I come over here and jump into the boat. Okay, now we can set the ship's name. You can say Briston's boat, and then see how it's kind of got that little Briston's boat right there. You can actually change where it displays it at. There's a lot of stuff you can do in the config, which is actually really cool. Or you could change it to something like bad boat, because it's a bad boat. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. It does give you options. And then, as you see there, when you come on, dang it, come on, dang nabbit, and there we go. As you see, it does say bad boat. So there is stuff that you can, you can use this if you're playing with a lot of people, stuff like that. With servers is typically where I would recommend this, and you can change a lot of different stuff about it. So it gives you options. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next mod. Alright, folks, as you can see here, our next mod is called Ninja Pack by Killing God VH, and it's a cool little mod that adds in some really neat weapons and a couple cool spell things. Now, how this mod works is you come here to your forge, and you've got these blue glowing items here. The reason I like this is because it makes use of earlier level stuff, so it's, you've actually got a reason to have these things or to go get them, as opposed to just constantly deleting them like most people do. So we're going to go ahead and craft the ninjutsu teleport. We're going to craft the ninjutsu healing. And then a ninjutsu ground merge. And uh-oh, I crafted it twice and I did not mean to. Ninjutsu dark explosion. Okay, and then now we're going to craft a ninja mask. We're going to craft some shurikens. And then we're going to craft a demon eater katana. Now, as you can see here, there is some writing and stuff on these, which I think is really cool. So, like, the Demon Eater Katana says, God Sword. Every hit on enemy or terrain gives you a stack that increases attack speed. Max stacks 20. Stacks will be gone if you don't hit anything in a few seconds. And then, like, the Shurikens, Fast and Furious. The Dark Explosion on use creates a huge explosion which burns enemies around you. Cooldown 30 seconds. The healing heals you for 30% of your max health every 60 seconds, which that, can come in really handy for some boss fights and stuff like that. And then the teleport on use, teleport behind enemy. So you can actually, do some damage. And then if we come down here to the Ground merge says after equipment, merge yourself into the ground, allowing you to move fast while monsters cannot see you. Unequip or out of stamina, cancel the effect. So it's a pretty cool little item. It does add a good bit of stuff, and I've got some extra materials here for these extra trophies and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of them for now, at least. So we're gonna come out here, and we have some guests. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna equip this here katana. Hey, and then you see the God Sword buff, how it went away. Oop, there it goes. You see how fast we're attacking now? Oop, nah, the buff went away. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! Like, you really start stacking up some ultra fast attack. Like, it's so fast my computer can't even handle it. That's some hella fast attacking. But let's say, you know, I want to see what this this ninja mask looks like, other than the beard poking through. Like, that looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and turn off the UI so you guys can see. That looks pretty slick. I love the look around the sword too. Like, that looks pretty good. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna equip some ninja stars, and I'm gonna turn back on the UI so I can see. Bliff. Bliff. Wow, that does pretty decent damage for a weapon. Ooh, I ran out. Ooh, crap. Yeah, come on. Ooh, while they're attacking, we can actually try out some of these here spells. Okay, so that's the teleport. That's the healing. We'll put that there. Put the ground merge on 5 and the explosion on 7. I killed that one pretty good. Okay. And then 5 is... Look at that. Now they don't know where we're at. It's pretty cool, right? Like, this is really neat. Like, this is, you know, a super well done mod. We can go ahead and heal ourselves for some of the damage that we've taken. And I'm trying to hit 7 right now, but it's not letting me do anything because, you know, the time is not up. Let's see if it'll... I'll go ahead and kill some of these guys, clear these guys out, and then we will find another creature to teleport. I love how those trees are growing from the seeds and the seed totems we planted last episode. I love that. Okay, so there's a boar there. Or better yet, we'll go to that grayling and we'll see if we can teleport behind him. Bam! Look at that. That's pretty cool. Like, that was really neat. It's hard to get a sneak attack on him in that instance, but this mod is like really cool. I think this is probably one of my favorite additional weapon mods that just, you know, adds so much stuff into the game, because the katana is really cool. The damage is not super duper ultra high, but it does let you start attacking super fast, especially if you're attacking some bosses or tougher enemies and stuff like that. You saw how fast it was going. My computer couldn't keep up with it. If you're fighting a good boss or something like that and you just sit there, you've got a stack of 20, you're going to be spitting out a hell of a lot of damage. And then the shurikens using iron, it actually makes iron a little bit more viable because, you know, after you go through the swamp and stuff like that, you're going to be doing silver everything, wolf armor, stuff like that. Iron falls to the wayside, and it's like, well, what was the point? Like, why? So I like it because it still lets, like, especially if you have a ton of iron, but it still lets iron have a purpose besides just building a boat, you know, for the iron nails and stuff. You can actually use it to continue on making those things, and they do good damage. And the best part is it doesn't, you know, drain your stamina like dealing with the bow and stuff like that. You can just start as fast as you can smash that button. You can have just a crap ton of shurikens going. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the last mod. Oh, I forgot to show you guys before we jump over to the other mod. I forgot to show you. So with the ninja mask equipped, if you go, you can do a double jump. See, you can do a double jump. And like right as I ended that last clip, my wife was like, "Hey, you forgot to show them this," because she's seen me sitting here testing around, seeing how high I could jump with it and stuff like that. Lets me jump up there just fine. Can't quite make it all the way to the top, but I can get up here, which I think is kind of cool. I like the double jump because there's certain times where you might need it. Like right there. Boom. Lets me in just fine. But with that, now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next mod. All right, folks, as you can see here, our last mod is one of the coolest because it lets you become a true Viking god. Now, I'm already playing with the class Valkyrie from Valheim Legends, but what if I wanted to become Thor? And that's what this next mod lets you do. So you come in here, you come to your forge, and this mod is called Mjolnir by Azumat. I screwed that one up, but it's really cool. So we've got everything here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna craft Mjolnir. Bam. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it up here in the number 6 slot. And then we're going to come out here and we're going to lightning the hell out of these people. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Smash. Does hella good damage. Like, that is just insane, y'all. Like, I love how that does. And, oh, God, I thought I destroyed the house there for a second. So, that is clicking in on the center mouse wheel. It does this. Which, you know, as you see here, just does a incredible cone AoE in front of you. That's why I like this mod so much. Like, this mod lets you be Thor. Let's see if I can hit this guy with it. Boom. Nope. Okay, so that's only for clearing out stuff around you, but still. Oh, crap. Hey. Come on. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. What are you aiming at? I'm right here. Bam. I love that. Well, if you got to clear out a forest, this is the way to do it. I mean, you could use the God Sword, but this is so much faster if you got to clear a large area. God, I love this weapon so much. Ooh, look at those guys. I wonder if we can hit... Ah, no, it won't. Oops, something's got the dog pissed off. Maybe she hears all the thunder in here. She's getting scared. She didn't know Thor was here to play. God, I love this mod so much. This mod is so freaking cool. There is so much like just running around with this mod. I especially love this going into the Draugr tombs and stuff like that in the swamp, and just ooh, even better. It's all rainy. Like bam, and Thor, bitch. God, I love this mod. This is by far and away one of the best weapon mods, just because of how cool it is. Like all the lightning and stuff that comes around. Doing like this to sit here and just destroy everything. I love that so much. I love it. It's just so cool. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have fun. Take it easy. We'll see you next time.